kalu no nuia ke a kane nuia ke a me kana loa. E o lima I o. A po mai na mama ka huiana I ke kauna. Hua I kaloina o te tupuna. Hu wale ka ha ke ea ka leo. Kani ka ha, kani ke ea, kani ka leo. Ea ka mana lava o ka mele aku I lele wale aku la hoi. A mama wano. Velina mai ka koa pauloa. Velina mai. Good afternoon. I just wanted to share that oli that our beloved Kumu Kilna Lake taught. And I'm a student of the language. I will forever be a student. And I'm so grateful that Aaron talked about this aloha aku, aloha mai, a'o aku, a'o mai, because as a teacher myself, I'm always a student. And that oli is just a little bit to share with you guys about the iki that we're all looking to hold on to nurture, and to honor within us. At this point, too, I'd love to just invite and talk about my sister and just introduce Maile and just say that in the community, for me, she's an inspiration, always, daily. We even live in the same building, if you can imagine that, so that's good to know. But I just want you to know that the work that we get to do together is quite extraordinary, because I consider her very much an artist, and we get to work together and work a lot of good things out as well. So,
always in dialogue with family, always. I'm grateful to be here with Meleanna, who's an artist practitioner, and we reframe that. She is an artist in the air that she breathes, and later on we're going to talk about how to include all of you in that creative process, because you're all artists, and Meleanna is an incredible kumu to that knowledge base, teaching and learning through creative process. Filmmaker and an activist. Our whole family, we are ali'i of service. That was our rank, to be in the service of community and others, and ever watchful for how we can be the people that we have the potential to be as Hawaiians. Hawaii Kākou Mural Project, we're so grateful to be talking about it here today on this red spot, which if you notice, most of us are tending to stand outside of. So I feel like, do we get beamed up if we stand here? I'm not sure, but I'm going to invite, Mele gets to stand in the middle. Hawaii Kākou includes all of us, Hawaii Kulike Kākou, to stand together. It was an amazing project that a year ago happened. To this day, so this is a ho'ailona for us. 9 days, 1,200 hours, 8 panels. There were 8 feet by 10 feet, total of 640 linear feet, 5 kumu. Meleanna, Kahi Ching, Harinani Orm was with us in the audience, Al Laganero, Solomon Enos, 5 kumu who are dedicated, passionate Hawaiians to creative process and bringing symbol to us. 6 alaka'i from the ages of 20 to 30, Robin Fifita's in the audience, Chad, Corey, Kai, Kupono. 17 students, ages 12 to 19, all having been mentored by Meleanna through the charter school system, public school system, and private schools. All of them having been touched by her love and aloha to champion creative process in our Maile community. And in the end, from painted to installed, happened in 9 days. And without the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, without their kokua, without Hawaii Tourism Authority, and without the Hawaii Convention Center, if Joe's still here, the Convention Center, Joe said yes because he worked with Hawaiians. He can't say no. He said yes, and then he got in a lot of trouble. And we had to do a tri-party agreement, because what you're looking at is the first and only piece of Maoli art, public art, in display at the Convention Center. And the fascinating thing was Auntie Vicky this morning talked about the fact that millions of dollars worth of art was purchased and none of it was Maoli made. Well, 5 years later, I'm so grateful to be able to say that there is a piece of Maoli made art with all the working hands of all that community, plus 40 kako and kokua that helped, and 400 of family and friends that showed up in that incredibly short period of time. So what we are witnessing is a ho'ailona for change. And it was an affirmation during a time period that Mele's going to talk about, the coming of the Asia-Pacific Economic Conference.
In response to APEC, they were coming in November of last year. And this very extraordinary band of dear friends, accomplished artists,
I just said, hey, you guys want to see if we can sweet talk somebody into letting us paint and respond in our own way in an indigenous voice and be part of a conversation. Because, you know, years before, standing with the signs and protesting and this and that, people just shut you out, and not that that's not important, because having a voice and standing up and making your voices heard is important. But we had another agenda. We had an opportunity to talk about an economics of care, of building relationship, of talking about so many of the things that have been mentioned today in this room. And in response to APEC, we just said, hey, how about we be a part of this conversation and be at the table in our own way and express what we think is important in terms of awamo kuleana. Everyone in our group always had a specific task and other things that we overlap to do, and those things are important. A care, a discipline of focus, a focused intention. And Maile's going to talk about awamo kuleana and other things, because we had 4 things: pohai ke aloha,
Spirit, the presence of spirit, always.
Exactly.
To call our akua to be in our midst and our kupuna. We've heard it over and over today. That's new old wisdom. Some of the things that I observed through that process as a logistics person, Meile talks about kuleana. We all have to know what our role is. It does not matter who does it. It matters that it's done. And we all need to know what we need to do to make it happen. Whatever it is, to be kako with each other and to do it together. So the fascinating thing was to watch food appear, to have people come and loma each other's feet. And the touching, that's part of our culture, to be comfortable enough. You notice, we don't go anywhere. I see Meile 10 times a day. I kiss her 10 times a day. It's just the way we are. This mural process, to know that you could touch your ohana, hug a child. They don't let us do that in a lot of places anymore. But when you're with Hawaiians, we can be Hawaiian. We can be who we are in our own skin. I just have to comment, that's one of the best things about today, is the comfort that I feel from everything that I've heard. Yeah. And so it's all embedded, as Aaron was saying so brilliantly. The point is, the process, to creatively collaborate, you have to creatively collaborate. And this process was that, carrying that awamo, if you look at the curvature of the painting itself.
That's of honua, exactly.
Of honua, and I'm going to show you a few pictures of I want one. These are just fun little images of our gang.
And one of the big secrets, of the big secrets is obviously work with extraordinary people who happen to be wonderful people who play well. Because you know something, without the talents that were brought to this project, it never would have happened. And you got to acknowledge those talented souls. I mean, how can you get a better team than Solomon Enos, Al Lagunero, Harinani Orman, Kahiching? You can't. And everybody plays well in the sandbox together. And that's the most important.
But the capacity is there. It has to be there through and the intergenerational mentoring that happened with those incredible alakai and our keiki. So it was from top to bottom, intergenerational. We're still digesting the fact that it happened a year ago. And one of the most profound things to me in that space was it animated the space. The water was louder. The wind began to blow. The things that happened there are unexplainable, and we witnessed them. One of the most profound things was Auntie T. Auntie T was a custodian on the property, and every day she'd walk in front of the mural, take a look, check it out. We'd find her helping, cleaning, talking story.
Became her mural.
And one day in the bathroom, she was cleaning and organizing and helping us carry water back and forth. And she told us that she was an artist and she won an award in New York City, which was pretty impressive to be a young child to get an award like that. But she was never encouraged. She was never told that she was creative, that her process and who she was as a Hawaiian, she could be creative. So she became the kahu for that mural. And we saw her the entire time caring for it at a whole nother level. So we have to manifest, we have to do the things that we're really, really good at, working together, collaborating, being creative, so that others are welcomed into that space.
And really what we're trying to set an example for is a demonstration of what it looks like working together well. And you know, we're from a big family. I'm number 2, Maile's number 3.
And we beef a lot.
Yeah, we do.
And we're alulis, even more beefing.
So it's
kind.
important that you all see that this is resolution in process. And it is about process. It's about belief in one another. It's about capacity building, it's about forgiveness, it's about hapai, giving to others and carrying a load, and just acknowledging each other's talents, because our skill sets are really important, and we just gotta make enough room for everybody to participate. And that's a model, by the way, that's gonna put us in good stead for the future, because this is a demonstration project. If 40 people can work and create magic in 7 days, let me tell you something. The world can be better in terms of creativity. I'm going to put this out to you right now. How many of you guys in this audience are artists or consider yourselves artists? Raise your hand. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this group is much better than
the norm.
Most.
Yes,
Okay.
It's a leading question.
No, it's a leading question. Because when I'm teaching and I'm working with the 5-year-olds, how many hands do you think go up?
Everybody.
I'm
Everybody.
an artist. Everybody's an artist, So this is the message to you all, and this is the challenge. If our 5-year-olds, if I knew at 5 years old that I was an artist and that made a difference, did it make a difference if I was going to be a Picasso on a museum wall? No. It made a difference that I was a creative. And the challenge for each of you today is to say, okay, what is it that I'm creative and good in? It could be daydreaming. It could be numbers,
math,
support. It
We're
could
all
be any
artists.
of those things.
We're
We
all
all
creative.
are artists, and that's the message. So ask yourself: are you a musician? Are you a dancer? Are you a writer? Are you a combination of things? Are you a good cook? If you are, I'll be over. So I love to cook. No, but those things are really important, and that's going to get us to this next place of where we need to go in these very critical times. Is creativity, and I want to honor
and exactly, Millie, and that new
our
old
mother.
wisdom. That new
and our
old.
father. Oops, sorry.
That's what happens when you hug with a mic.
Okay.
No,
sorry.
the point is that the new old wisdom that we're sharing is that we are all, as Hawaiians and people of Hawaii, creative and adaptable in our place. And that is an artistic process, multivariable. There's no one solution. Forgiveness, lots of change. We have to be on our feet, able to do this. We don't want to survive, we want to thrive. Yeah. And creative process will get us there.
Thank you.
Mahalo.
Aloha.